dads and families. Today, we have the pleasure of talking about the gift of awareness. What exactly does that mean? What does it entail, right? So, and we're going to see how Snap Tap Zap will help you dads lead with emotional strength because there are so many different ways. Let me mute the phone. There we go. To support you and your beautiful children, your beautiful family. So, have you ever felt like you snap before you think or you explode before you think? Well, you're not alone. Many of us do it, many of us have done it. And even though we have training, we may still do it. So, I want you to know that it's okay. However, the more we train our brain to be able to stay in that present moment, the better we become about it and the less explosions we had. So, what if I told you that the snap can actually become your superpower? So, today I'm going to show you how snap, tap, and zap gives you something incredible, the gift of awareness, which changes everything, in my opinion, obviously. So, what is this gift of awareness, right? Awareness is what happens when we stop reacting and we start noticing. So it's that moment when you can catch yourself before the outburst, the shutdown, or the guilt, or the overwhelm, right? It's where healing within you begins, your own. So let's take a deep breath and just relax. And what does that mean, what I just said? The awareness is what happens when we stop reacting. Well, how do we get there? Wouldn't it be interesting to know how to get there? Well, there are many steps to it. And obviously, I've been teaching you about snap, tap, and zap, but also becoming the observer, where when you walk in a room, you start visually observing what's going on. Who's in a good mood? Who's not in the family? Right? Because to have the power of awareness, you need to stop reacting. You need to be present, 100% present, not 50% at work, 25%, I don't know, with a friend or the hockey game on tonight or Super Bowl, whatever, and 5% with the kids. And, you get the picture, right? So, how do we do this? Well, I've got a little slide for us. Ha. Whoops, it's not coming up. There we go. So we snap, tap, and zap. How do we do this before we shut down, before all the rest happens? Well, whoops, sorry, wrong slide here. There we go. I'm back. So, how will we do this? How will we conquer that reaction mode, right? So, when we snap, we interrupt the stress pattern that's happening in our amygdala. And when we tap, we tune into what's happening inside. So, if you snap, breathe in, scan your body as you tap, relax the shoulders, and zap, let go of the emotional charge that you have so that you can respond with love, not just survival mode. Let's do a little example right now. So we're going to snap, Breathe in as we tap, scanning our body. Think of that emotional charge that you want to get rid of. Out of 10, how intense is it? Relax the shoulders and blow it onto the spiraling train. That will bring the emotional charge down into the magma. Breathe in again, scan your body. It's still in the same place. Sometimes an emotional charge might be, oh, my shoulder's sore on this side. Then it might be the neck and then in the head. And that's okay. When it's moving around, it means that it's being released. So persevere, continue, keep doing the snap, tap, zap. Keep tuning into what's happening inside and keep letting go of the emotional charge onto the spiraling train. And if you're new, you may not have heard as well of the hot air balloon, so you can go back to some previous episodes and see what's there. And just keep going. Breathing in, scanning, relaxing the shoulders, and exhaling. Now, my recommendation, of course, if you're on the spot and you notice that you're starting to feel, what are your symptoms when you're triggered? There's something happens. Sometimes there's nothing. It's like from 0 to 100 instantly, and that's okay. Afterwards, what can you do? You can go back to that moment and try to feel and sense if there was anything happening in your body that brought you from 0 to 100. And just snap, tap, relax, and blow the emotional charge, even after you've done it. But then you've got the emotional charge. And is it the guilt that's there? Is it, you know, the shutdown that you have happening? What is the other emotions that you have that are there as well? Because those emotions, when we let go of them, our brain, because we're training your brain to be more and more present. So let me give you an example, right? Examples sometimes help. So I had one dad I worked with that kept yelling when his kids didn't listen. So it's very specific. If they don't listen, the reaction was dad was yelling. So he thought it was just how it was, just how he was. But that's not how he was. That's how his parents were, maybe. He learned that behavior and was also reenacting it, if we will. But when we practice the snap, tap, zap, he started catching that tension that rises, the steps to it. We did it together so that he could feel what it feels like not to have that tension. And eventually he was able to just, instead of blowing up, he was able to snap, pause, tap, breathe, release the emotional charge, and then speak with calm. Yes, it took a few months to get it down pat, but was it worth it? Totally. The awareness, and that awareness, which is key, gave his kids safety and gave him pride to be able to shift like that, right? You've been doing something for, I don't know how many years, how old your children are, whether they're 2, it's been 2 years, or whether they're 20, it's been 20 years, it doesn't matter. The pride that you feel when you don't blow up, when you don't yell at your kids, is really cool. Anyway, it was for me too. So, dads, this tool isn't just about managing stress. It's about modeling strength with softness. It's how you teach your children to handle their big emotions by showing them what healthy regulation looks like. This is key. As an elementary school teacher and intermediate school teacher, I saw so many, um, well, I'm going to be honest, wasn't just the children, teachers too would blow up. Have you ever seen a teacher blow up? I have. They also need to learn self regulation. I've blown up at my students, I've blown up at my children. I did not have self regulation back then. Now I do. So, how can you start leading this way? Leading with self regulation, with this legacy of love that you're leaving them, or of safety, feeling safe in your presence. If you can have your children feel safe in your presence before the age of 10, 12, imagine the teen years, how much that will influence them in their teens. A teen will tell you everything, or mostly everything, if they feel safe with you. So, if your teens are lying to you, maybe they don't feel safe. Maybe there's something that needs to be done to improve that. Okay? And there's always, always space for improvement. So I would like to suggest that if you want to take this journey and you're new at Snap Tap Zap, or you're new to the journey, I would like to invite you to have a family meeting. Well, to practice it. Maybe you'd like to start with me, or just start with episode 1 of this series on YouTube. You will find it. Just type The Ripple Effect of Love for Dads or Snap Tap Zap. It will come up in YouTube. Practice it. And when you start feeling more comfortable with it, have a family meeting. Yeah, just have a family meeting and say, hey, I'm focusing on being my best version, and I need your understanding and support right now. Who's in? Right? Ask them, who's in? And you can say, maybe you've seen me do this and you don't know what I'm doing. You're not too sure. Well, this is a technique that Christine showed me called Snap Tap Zap, and it helps my brain calm down. But I know that sometimes I snap quickly. And I'd like to have a symbol, like it could be a peace sign, it could be hand, it could be whatever it is, it could be doing this, that they give you when they see that you're triggered or being triggered, so that you can start the Snap Tap Zap, so that you can stop, pause enough to snap, tap, and zap, so that you can change the direction, the journey your family is on. If they're going this way and it's going downhill, you want to change it to go uphill, don't you? Or to have more joy, more love, more harmony in the family. And that's an amazing way to do it. I will give a little warning here. Some parents want the children to learn it first. That's great. However, the most powerful way of implementing Snap Tap Zap is with you doing it first and modeling it, showing them what healthy regulation looks like. So, what's one moment where awareness could have changed everything for you? I'd like you to drop it in the comments below. I read every single one. It may take me a little bit of time sometimes because I don't see them all the time, but I will read them. And if I'm not getting back to you fast enough, you can always email me, Christine@christineberna.com, or you can, if you're ready to go deeper and finally feel control of your reactions, book a free discovery call with me. Let's build your emotional muscle together. Because if you have an emotional muscle, so will your children. This works beautifully as well with neurodivergent children. I have Gina Cavalli and her husband have been implementing part of this with their son, and they have seen great things. I'm hearing it through the grapevine coming back to me. So that's really cool. So please keep doing your best every day. And if you fumble, it's okay. We're human beings. We fumble. I believe in you, and I know you can make a difference in your family's